you'll find that 26% of the people in India, the 1.1 billion people, live below the poverty level. And of course, the poverty hits the children the most. The children are the ones that suffer the most. The children are the ones who starve. There are more street children in India than any country in the entire world. There's thousands and thousands of children that die on the streets of India every single day. They scrounge around through garbage cans. They have to steal. They sell drugs. Many of the girls sell their bodies. Throughout Asia, including and maybe especially India, there's tremendous problems with child labor. They are worked like slaves. The estimates are today there are 28 million slaves in the third world, more than any time in hundreds and hundreds of years. Many of them are right here in India, and many of them are children. There are millions of prostitutes. There's one red light district in Mumbai which has 100,000 prostitutes. 20% of those prostitutes are aged 5 to 12. Little girls who have been sold into prostitution. The AIDS epidemic is spreading very rapidly in India. India has the greatest number of HIV/AIDS orphans of any country in the world. And that number is expected to double in the next couple of years. India and its AIDS crisis is going to far surpass anything that we've seen in Africa. And everyone knows that Africa has been the worst AIDS crisis area in the world, and India is about to pass it with tremendous growth in those numbers. This means more people are going to be dying of AIDS. This means more children are going to be on the streets because they've been orphaned because their parents have died of AIDS. This means some of those children will be getting AIDS themselves. It is the greatest problem for street children and orphans in the entire world today. One of the reasons for the incredible poverty and discrimination against children in this country is the caste system. The very high class caste called the Brahmins, and then the lowest of the classes is called the Dalits, or the untouchables. If you come from the untouchables caste, you have no chance in life. You can't get a job even when you're grown up. Many of the children who are in our home come from the untouchables class. They would have no chance in life, even if they didn't live on the streets, and many of them did live on the streets. Many of them were orphans, and they came from either poverty-stricken families or they had no families. Their lives were set in stone. They were going to be poverty-stricken, they were going to be poor, and many of them would die before they even reached their mid-teens. This is the future that orphans and street children have to look forward to in India. But this is not the future that our children have to look forward to. Our children have a bright future. Our children have a great future. They're going to be educated. They're going to become strong citizens. They're going to learn to speak English. They're going to grow up in a loving, nurturing environment. They're going to have their love deficit met. And they're going to grow up as healthy, normal children who are going to make a major contribution to their society. There is hope for children like this, and there is a future. The Hope Mission Home started in 1988. It was started by a family, the Daraj family, Pastor Daraj and his wife. His whole family got involved. It was a home that was started by parents that had 5 children, not parents that had a lot of money. In fact, it was difficult even to feed their children. But they had such open hearts and loving hearts toward the children that they brought in 5 more children.
அந்த பிள்ளைகள் ஆசீர்வாதமாக வளர்க்கப்பட்டார்கள். அடுத்த வருஷம் 10 குழந்தை வளர்த்தோம். அதற்கடுத்த வருஷம் 20 குழந்தை வளர்த்தோம். அதற்கடுத்த வருஷம் 25 வளர்த்தோம். இப்படியாக படிப்படியாக வளர்ந்து
And before you know it, it began to grow and grow and grow.
இன்று இந்த ஹோப் மிஷன் ஹோமில் 121 திக்கற்ற சிறுமிகளை நாங்கள் வளர்க்குறோம்.
நாங்கள் அது ஆரம்பிக்கப்பட்ட ஹோப் மிஷன் ஹோம் எதுக்காக என்றால் அது வந்து அதிக குழந்தைகள் இங்கே படித்து இதனுடைய ஊழியத்தை உலகம் முழுவதும் பரப்புவதற்காக மாத்திரமே. ஆக்சுவலி ஒவ்வொரு குழந்தைகளும் ஒவ்வொரு விதமான கதைகள் உண்டு. சில குழந்தைகள் வந்துட்டு அதாவது எய்ட்ஸால் பாதிக்கப்பட்ட பிள்ளைங்க அவங்களுடைய பேரண்ட்ஸ் எய்ட்ஸால் பாதிக்கப்பட்டிருப்பாங்க. அவங்க வந்து அந்த வழி இல்லாமல் அது நிமித்தம் அவங்க இங்கே வந்திருப்பாங்க. ஆயுள்கதிகளாக இருப்பாங்க. அவங்களோட குழந்தைகள் இங்கே வந்திருக்கிறாங்க. இந்த மாதிரி நிறைய ஒவ்வொரு குழந்தைகளும் ஒவ்வொரு விதமான கதைகள் உண்டு. சில குழந்தைகள் அம்மா அப்பா இருப்பாங்க, ஆனால் வந்து அவங்க டைவர்ஸாக இருப்பாங்க. அதிகமான வித்தியாசமான கதைகள் உண்டு ஒவ்வொரு குழந்தைகளுக்கு.
We have children who have come here highly wounded. They have had tremendous rejection in their life. They have had tremendous emotional pain in their life. They've come here with a lot of trauma in their lives. And yet when they come into this family environment, they receive love. They receive comforting. They receive nurturing. They receive hugging from their parents. And one of the things you hear the most is the children laughing. The children laugh. The children are happy. Because the children are not only cared for, but the children know that they are loved. The wounding that they come in with begins to be healed over a period of a year or two or so, and we begin to see these children grow, and we begin to see them blossom, and we begin to see them as happy young children. There is hope, and that's why we call this the Hope Mission. They have an exciting future. There's wonderful work being done in these homes where these children are brought off the streets. They're brought out of poverty, and they're given a home in a family environment. It's not just about food. It's not just about shelter or clothing or medical care or schooling. All of those things are important. And there are many homes, including our homes, that give the children all these necessities of life. But our homes go way beyond that. Our homes are designed to have a family environment where children are going to be raised by loving people who care for them, who are going to teach them spiritual principles of life, practical principles of life, so that these children grow up as if they had parents, as if they had a nurturing family around them.
அவர்களை நடத்துவதற்கு ஏறக்குறைய 10 ஸ்டாஃப்களை இங்கே நாங்கள் வைத்திருக்கிறோம். அந்த 10 ஸ்டாஃப்களும் இந்த குழந்தைகளை கண்ணின் கருமணியை போல வளர்த்து அவர்களை உருவாக்குகிறார்கள்.
உண்மையாகவே அதுதான் ரொம்ப முக்கியமான பணி. இங்கே வந்ததுக்கு என்ன காரணம் அப்படின்னா, எங்களுடைய வேலை வந்து அவங்களுக்கு சாப்பாடை போட்டு ஆண்டவருக்கு சொல்லிவிட்டு ஸ்கூலுக்கு அனுப்பி படிக்க வைக்கிறது மாத்திரம் இல்லை, அவங்க என்ன சூழ்நிலையிலேருந்து வர்றாங்க அப்படின்னு சொல்லி ஃபஸ்ட்டு புரிஞ்சுக்கணும். கஷ்டமான சூழ்நிலை இருந்துச்சுன்னா, அவங்களுக்கு அப்பா அம்மா இறந்துருந்தாங்கன்னா அவங்களுக்கு அப்பா அம்மாவோடைய அன்பு மாதிரி அந்த மாதிரி ஃபஸ்ட்டு அன்பை காட்டணும், அந்த மாதிரி செய்யணும்.
இல்லை மாத்திரமல்ல, பண்பிலும் நேசத்திலும் கடவுளை குறித்து அறிகிற அறிவிலும் அவர்கள் சிறந்தவர்களாய் காணப்படுகிறார்கள்.
All of these children have grown up with a tremendous love deficit. And these children desperately need and want real love, the real love of a mother or a father. And that's what the staff tries to get them. And so there's a tremendous role we can play as outsiders coming in to try to minister into these children's lives, and also coming behind the staff and helping them as well. Because at the Asian Pacific Children's Fund, we're not just sending money, we're sending people. We're sending people who care for children, and we will go ourselves. So we are giving them the best education we can in this country, but we think today it's still not good enough. Our goal is to actually build a private school here in conjunction with the home. You can be very smart and very intelligent, but you still can't get a job if you don't speak English. So one of our goals is to have a strong English program here at this home. There are many things that we are doing, and many more things that we want to do as the funding becomes available, as we get the funds to build the school, as we get the funds to hire more staff.
கல்வி பள்ளிக்கூடமும் தொழில் கல்வி சாலையும் வேண்டி இருக்கிறது. இன்னும் அநேக ஸ்டாஃபுகள் எங்களுக்கு தேவைப்படுகிறார்கள். எங்களோடு கூட சேர்ந்து அநேக மக்கள், தேவன் அறியாத மக்கள், புறஜாதி மக்களெல்லாம் வந்து இந்த மகிமையான வேளையில் எங்களை பாராட்டி எங்களுக்கு உதவிகள் ஒத்தாசைகள் செய்வதற்கு ஆயத்தமாக இருக்கிறார்கள். எங்களுக்கு நல்ல உதவிகள் நிறைய வேண்டியிருக்கிறது. இப்படிலாம் இருந்தால் இன்னும் இந்த இந்தியாவில் அநேக திக்கற்ற குழந்தைகள் இருக்கிறார்கள். கோம் ஆஃப் கோம் இந்த நிறுவனத்தில் நாங்கள் வளர்க்க முடியும்.
And then what happens to these children? Where do they go once they're rescued? Well, they have to have a home like this home. So this is not just about an unsolvable problem. This is about a problem that you can make a difference in, that we can make a difference in. We can take a problem of a lot of starving children, impoverished children, abused children, children in pain, children in suffering, and we can make a difference. We can change their lives. How do we do it? One child at a time, one orphan's home at a time, one country at a time. We need help. We need help from people like you. People who care, people who have a heart, people who want to make a difference, and who are looking to make an investment that counts now, and actually an investment that counts for all of eternity. I've spent 40 years in the investment business. I went to Wall Street over 40 years ago, and I've seen every kind of investment in the world, but I've never seen an investment that pays the kind of dividends like investing in these children. So I would encourage you, if you like investing, invest in the future of children. Invest in future of children that otherwise would have no future. And it will bring them a great and wonderful and happy life. And it will bring you more happiness and satisfaction and fulfillment than anything you've ever done. When we finally find this magnificent obsession about something above and beyond just ourselves, and are able to pour into other people's lives, and especially little children who so dearly need to be loved, wow. That'll help change the world. It'll certainly change their lives, but it will help change your heart, as it's helped change my heart and so many other people who have gotten involved with us at the Asian Pacific Children's Fund.